We're back to the show. Thank you guys for staying with us. And if you're looking to buy or sell your home or have any questions concerning real estate, we would love to help you. Please call the Johnson Smith team at 520-850-1725 or 520-904-7711. I think at some point we're going to have to put Danielle number in here, but we'll work on that.
I'll do that. 520-373-6864.
There you go. That's the Johnson Smith team. And we want to talk a little bit about the Academy Village.
Yeah, we have mentioned over the last 2 weeks, I think, the listing that we had that was a townhome in a 55 and older community, and it's called Academy Village. And so there is an entire lifestyle, I think, that comes with purchasing a home there. And Danielle was able to do a tour of their property and learn a little bit about the perks of living in Academy Village. So we thought it'd be kind of fun to highlight that. We are under contract on that property, and so it is contingent at this time, but we do want to talk a little bit about the community because there's probably a lot of people that haven't heard of Academy Village before.
You know, when I went on the tour, one of the first things you notice is that there's mountains all the way around. And so you've got great views the whole time you're walking through it. You can see the mountains. You can see just a lot of really beautiful backdrops as you're walking.
Let's give a general location. So we're talking that it's on Old Spanish Trail, and it's across from Rocking K, the new development that is out there.
A few miles past Houghton. So it's a really nice area. It's, like I said, it's very beautiful. But when you walk onto the campus, there are so many different things that you can see, so many different activity centers. There's a little dance studio where they do all kinds of exercise kind of classes. There are opportunities, I think they said, for, I can't remember if it was swing or if it was a two-step. There was some kind of dancing in there. I mean, they've got it set up.
Yeah, it could be used for their exercise classes as well.
There was a gym that is phenomenal.
Legit. I'm telling you, it was a legit gym.
They have a professional kitchen, and she said that they actually hire some chefs from some of the resorts to come in and teach them how to do some kind of meal. Wow. And so they put on, I mean, really nice opportunities.
Can I say dope about a 55? I think I probably can.
I think you can.
I think I'm closer to 55 than 35. I can tell you that. That sounds super cool.
They've got a kiln on campus where they actually do ceramics, and so they have created their own murals. They have.
Did they do the mural that's out in front of the community center? Wow, it's beautiful. They did
that one, and they're in the process of doing another one for the wall next to the swimming pool. And I mean, it's beautiful. They've got the whole thing set up where you can see the pieces that are done. You can see what they're planning to create to finish this mural. Super and it's cool. All done by the residents, everything. And when we walked in, they were doing a painting class. And I mean, the opportunities there are just incredible. And as we're passing by, she says, okay, we're going to be a little bit quiet right here because the French club is meeting over there. They have just groups that get together and they speak foreign languages and they just practice their language skills. And I mean, it's amazing how many different things, no matter what you're interested in, there's the opportunity. And I heard a few times while I was over there, if you live here and you're bored, it's your own fault. There are libraries, they do happy hours. I mean, anything you could want, they've got it there.
They also have a really nice pool. It's huge. They've got it's heated, not 365 days a year, but it is heated for those.
I think she said when it goes below 50 degrees outside, they cover it so that they can try and keep it warm. And then once the temp comes up again, they open it up again.
And then they have the spa. They have a dog park.
They've got a tennis court where they do a lot of pickleball. They've got a game room. So there's ping pong and pool tables and tons of board games and card games. And It's
Is this
there.
an amusement park?
Yeah.
I'm about to say.
If you're 55 and older, it's an amusement
I
park.
think this contingent offer just got a little tighter, a little stronger. The odds of this falling out of escrow is really low.
When we finished up the tour, I said, I have a couple young kids, but if I didn't, I might try to convince you that I was old enough to live here. It's a really, really nice place.
And I believe at age 65 then, you would join the Senior Academy.
And they do a lot of lectures and they have performances, and they actually have pianos that are out where the residents can just go practice on their pianos. And they do a lot of different lectures. The person who started it used to be the president of the University of Arizona, and I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but he created this as a way for people who are connected to academics to stay connected to academics and to continue kind of thinking in that direction and with the lectures. And there's a library that is set up with lots of academic books so that someone can continue on in that path while
Someone
they're
can finish their
staying there.
doctoral thesis while living in their own home and just like, hey, I'm going to scroll down in the library and grab a book.
I think a lot of the benefit too is a sense of community. And a lot of people don't want to have to leave their neighborhood. And so it isn't like you're in the middle of town where you're going to have sirens and just the general activities of being in town, but you have access to so many activities to do. And then I know they do outings as well. They said it was kind of based on what people want to do in the community. You just talk to them if you want to go on a hike or if you have something specific that you would like to do, that they just kind of by request will try to accommodate those.
And they have walking trails all the way around the complex. And they've got a map that shows you, if you start here and you end here on this trail, this is how far you're walking. So you know what you're getting into. But there's the opportunity to do everything. It's all right there. And that community, I was only out there for a weekend with open houses and then for the tour. And I'll tell you, just in those 3 or 4 days, I feel like I just made some friends out there. I could go back over there and I know the people to go say hi to. And it just, it felt so welcoming and like such a nice place to be, just nice, friendly, welcoming community.
And that's really was the feedback we got from people that came through our open house as well, is that they were familiar with the community. They loved going to the Senior Academy and taking classes there. And they just love that just has such a good feel of home.
Can I just point something out, just as listening in on the conversation? I think sellers, this is from, as a former realtor, I just know this from experience. Sellers in any kind of special community like this, that sounds like a little niche community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
They love to list with realtors who love their neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to list with some random person that's been spamming them with postcards. They want to list with someone who's walked the walk, who's been there, rubbed shoulders, eyeballed, starting to get to know people on a first name basis. So yeah, that's cool. So the fact that you love the community without probably meaning to, I think you've just increased your odds of attracting a seller, listing with you.
The house that we had listed for sale was a townhome. And it was 1 bedroom, 1 bath, and you have your 1 car garage. And they're kind of situated where there were 4 houses together. So you have 2 garages together, and then the 2 townhouses, and then across the street, 2 more. And one of the people that came through the open house had mentioned that they were frequently putting guests up in their home, and they're like, this is such a great guest house for us. We don't have to have them under our same roof. I thought, what a fun idea. I do know that they prefer to have longer term rentals if you're renting out the property there. But also one of the inquiries we had was someone who had a horse that they wanted to board, and you've got Rocking Cave Ranch right next door.
Yeah.
You literally could live in the 1 bedroom, 1 bath townhouse and board your horse in the neighborhood. And that was so unique to me.
Yeah, that's very cool. Having close access without having to,
Yeah, one of the things I noticed about the place is that same thing that Danielle noticed, is that everyone is just so friendly. When we went over there just to go do our first tour with the clients, we met the neighbors, we met all of them, and they were, oh
Mhm.
yeah, great, what's going on? Talking about things. Oh, we'd love to tell us what you need. If anybody comes to see the house, let them know. If, even though they couldn't do it, hey, we'll open the door for them and let them in. You let us know if you're not here. We'll take care. We thank you for all those things. But just the
Right.
kindness is throughout, and it's one of those places where you walk, when you drive through, everybody's waving. It's like being back in Leave It to Beaver days,
Not to
you know.
say-
You know,
I was literally thinking about Leave It to
Yeah,
Beaver.
Leave It to Beaver, and
Going,
everybody's walking
gosh,
around.
Mrs. Cleaver,
Yes.
you look lovely today.
Exactly. Only thing that they didn't dressed in dresses and have high heels and walk
Yeah,
around,
yeah.
get ready to go cook dinner or something
Yeah.
like that. But it was such an amazing thing. It brought you back to the old days.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, like you truly, truly would love that neighborhood if you just went in there and just went a couple of things. I think they do a great job of attracting the right people for their neighborhood who just want to sit back and have fun. I don't know if you can say attract or just bringing people in there that just loves it.
Well, I also wanted to mention that we have a price reduction on our listing at 710 East Blue Mesa Place, and that's in Corona de Tucson. It is range priced from $400 to $415, and it is a really nice 3-bedroom, 2-bath home that has some great views, view fencing, so you could take advantage of that, and nice neutral tile on the floor, a fireplace. That is also in an area where you can get USDA financing. And so you could actually purchase this home without a down payment. And so really attractive there. If you have any questions, reach out to us. This is Sandra Johnson at 520-850-1725.
This is Ray Smith at 520-904-7711.
Danielle Johnson, 520-373-6864.
And we'd also like to take this time to thank our sponsors. We'd like to thank Michael with Horizon Inspections, Indy Realty, Inspired Life Mortgage, and Rigo Pest Prevention. We also have a new sponsor. We have Caring Transitions and Pioneer Title Agency that will be joining us. And so we'd like to thank all of them, and thank you, our listener, for being here with us today.
See you on the other side. See you next week, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday.